Now this is pretty indicative of what you'll see too. So far we've done the right triangle stuff. I've given you 2 out of 3 and asked you to go from there. Well, here I'm literally only giving you 1 and asking you to come up with the other 2. But I did tell you you're looking at a 30, 60, 90. So that means, okay, I got to hint where I'm going. Remember, the rule is this. The hypotenuse is twice the short legs, times 2. The long leg is that times the square root of 3. So that means, yeah, the hypotenuse is going to be 5 times 2, which is 10. And the long leg is 5 times the square root of 3. The hardest part, like I said with this, is memorizing the rules. Once you got them, you're golden. And as a general rule, you want to get that short leg first. There are rules to go from the long leg straight to the hypotenuse. Don't try to memorize those. It'll just make life a lot harder. Always go through the short leg because this relationship of 2 to 1 is quick and easy to remember. So the last variation on this theme is if I were to give you 30, 60, 90, and then I change it up by saying, well, what if I give you this length right here is 18. Yeah. Well, it's a 30. It is a 30, 60. So here's 30. There's a 60. There's 90. So the short leg, the side opposite to 30, is going to be half the hypotenuse. So that relationship is times 2. Then the long leg is that number times the square root of 3. One thing too is you can always try to memorize and make that a little more emphasized. 2, 1, and the square root of 3. If you can remember that triangle, it sets up all these relationships. 1 times 2 gives me 2, 1 times root 3 gives me 3. You'll also see it written this way. 2x, x, and x squared root of 3. They kind of help keep these things on the top of your head. So this way now, I've got the long leg. I need the short leg. So if I've been getting there by multiplying by the square root of 3, how do I get back again? By. Yeah, let's call this side x. We'll call this side y. So x is going to be 18 divided by the square root of 3. Now remember why I said with the square root of 2 you can't divide by a radical? Same deal here. Rationalize it by multiplying by that radical over itself. And this now becomes 18 root 3 over 3, or 6 square roots of 3. That's the hardest mathematical part of this problem. Because once I've got that, when I go to look for this hypotenuse along here, how do I get that? Multiply by 2. Because the hypotenuse is always twice the short leg. So this is going to be 2 times 6 root 3, or just 12 root 3.